Yes.
I just then have a question, like, for me it's a bit, with the battle you kind of create that, you know, you kind of create that the young generation have to be better, always better, better, better. And that is also part of it, you know, to make this process that they're not coming to jam or to, you know, try to exchange, you know. And there's also us who we have to ask, like, how we create or how we organize an event, or how we also show to the young generation what we are doing there. Yeah, of course, we have a battle attitude, but we still also, and it's in our responsibility that we have also to show the young generation that this part of, you know, unity and having fun is also part of the culture. And if we don't show that, then we will more go in this direction that the young generation doesn't know anymore where to go. And they're lost. They're fucking lost. And we have to tell them how we have to live this culture. It's the first thing I wanted to say. And the second thing is, yeah, YouTube maybe tried, or no, everything has to be perfect, but we don't have to forget that this open a lot of possibilities worldwide. There are so many people who could never dance if there's not YouTube, yeah? If we don't have this globalization to open for other people that they can learn the stuff, you know? And for me, it's like, yes, on one side, yeah, we have this, you know, media where we are not able to make mistakes, yeah. But on the other side, we also have to see that it makes the culture bigger worldwide. It's just what I wanted to say.
I think there will always be people who love to cipher, to prefer to cipher. There always will be people who prefer to battle, or just do it at home for yourself. And I think we have a moment now where the separation is going very fast. So when I started with YouTube because I had no mentor in my small city, and I'm happy that I started through YouTube. But when I came to the battle scene, I saw peace, love, and unity. But after some years, I realized there's no real peace, love, and unity. It's like a separation. It's like an illusion. I don't know why, maybe it's just my opinion, but I see some people who really love and who really have the peace and the unity. And I see the people who always only come to the battle and just battle, and as Dali said, they battle and go home. So there are two big differences, yes.
We have to show the new generation how, like, what it's about. Like, for example, I can also agree with Lupi that I disagree a bit with that we don't do nothing for it. No, I see people doing it. And for example, like last year, I did with a partner of mine, we did a project, it's called Europe in Motion. And we had like 6 dancers from 6 countries coming to Berlin with 6 dancers from Germany, and we put them together to jam, to create, and to do like a lot of stuff, and it worked so nice. But what I discovered in this doing this project, I asked a lot of young people of Berlin. I asked them if they want to join the project, and they were all like, I don't know, no, I don't want to join. Why? And la la la. And then when they saw the project and the jamming and the creations, they come out. They'd be like, oh, next time I want to be in. So maybe we have to do something to make an example, to let them see what can happen. And then they'll be like, oh, no, but I want to do the same. Maybe they were like before, no, I don't want to do it because it's just jamming. I don't win something. I don't get something for myself or whatever, because they think like that maybe. And after they maybe realized, okay, maybe this is also nice, just to jam with people, like different people from different countries and come together and exchange, you know, learn from each other, these things. Yeah. So we have just to continue, maybe not to stop because we don't believe in it. We have to still believe in it because we are the ones who can like push it also further and to show them, yo, let's go, you know?
Yeah, I have, just an example about this. I'm not going to name anybody or anything, but I played an event in Berlin where when we arrived to the semifinal, the room was empty. Okay? Like everybody left. And there was a prize money for the winner. So from this I go back to the community and the organization. There was a prize money. So if there was no prize money, can be that also the semifinal people would have left somehow. And at the other side, I played in Leipzig a battle that I play all the time. And there is no prize money.
Yeah, you get a bottle of champagne.
You get champagne and milk. And every time I go there are more people than the last time. People come from everywhere to a battle where there's no prize money. You still have to pay to go in. You have to eat, you have to pay your food, you have to pay your travel, you have to pay your sleeping place, but you don't win anything. The crazy thing about this, that when the battle is done around midnight, I start playing the after party at 12:30 or 1, and I play until 2:30. And last time was Udo, DG Crash, and from 2:30, Udo start playing until 4. Until 4, the room was very full. Nobody left. At 4, we all leave. It just feels like they get more and more and more people. And if I look, I find that the people that were in the battle, they're still in there.
You have to add to this that it is happening in a club where it all started, right?
The battle is in a club. Dankeschön.
But was it
in one of the oldest clubs from Leipzig.
Yes, this is what I mean. It's about being perfect, and people they want to always have benefits from something to stay in it. If I call you, hey man, there's a job, but we're not getting some money for it. Might be that you say no. Might be that you say yeah. So if I come back now to the point that it's about what we want to do, about me. If I like the gym and I want to stay, I will stay. But if I go back to history and see who teach me to do this, then we go back to your point that we have to do something. Because this 12 years old kid that takes my class will be one day as old as me, and he will may be discussing this problem and may be not having this problem as well. So if we have to do something. This is my point. If we just stand there, I'm about to finish my voice and I see people like, if we don't do anything like the people before us who did nothing, it's just going to fade out until it's gone. For me, it's not gone. There are people who gave hope. Sometimes I give hope too. I give up. I just give up. But you sit like this one day, and you say, no, shouldn't give.
Maybe we need also to show like the balance between, because for me, I experience a lot of like the same in the battles. For example, like we were talking about Berlin, that a lot of people always leave, or like people don't go to battles because there's not the category they dance. So they say, I don't go and watch. You know, yes, or there's no prize, so I don't go. And this balance to find that you go into a battle, and when you battle, but when you go out, you jam also. Not you go, you battle, and then I lost, I go home because, I don't know, no, but ego or something. To find out how to manage this, balance, also for the young generation. Because, like for example, in Berlin, I see it a lot. I see a lot of people, I'm now like since 4 years in Berlin, and I see a lot of people coming, and when the pre-selection, for example, like a lot of people told me when the pre-selection is over and they see they're not into the battles, they all left.
They go, yeah.
And you'll be like sometimes, okay. The room is empty. Yeah, so, but, and the music is still going on.
Yeah.
So there is the possibility to jam. So there is, in the break, there is the possibility to jam, but nobody's on the floor also. Or like just like 2, 3, 4 people, one circle of like really less people are jamming, but the other people are not in the room, are leaving or going eat something and waiting for the next round to just battle and then go out.
So what can we do about it?
Just want to add something. The thing that they don't know, for example, this guy who didn't pass pre-selection and left, he thinks or she thinks that they are not doing any harm. But I see this really much since, because when I was in the battle, I didn't see this. Since I started DJing in battles, I'm up. I see everything. And this guy who didn't pass the pre-selection, he was in the battle with 2 friends. And these 2 friends, they had another 3 friends. So when you left, you took 6 people with you. You took energy from the room. You did so much harm, and people don't notice this. And it's for me very important. As a DJ, if I'm standing there and I see the pre-selection, there's 100 person, and at the after party I see 5. Ich habe keinen Bock mehr. I don't have any energy for this.
So let's stop complaining.
It's about love. It's only self-love. And we don't love the culture, we don't love the music, we love only my music, my movement, and I want to represent myself. This mentality in a comfort zone, because we are not suffering. In the projects back in the days, they were suffering. So they didn't have anything, so they loved each other by loving themselves too, because you have to prove a point for this. But we are here in Europe. If I don't love myself, I love my family, I love my culture, my heritage. Now I need to know another culture again, you know? This is what we have here, and it's not about, because when the Americans say, yeah, it's our culture, hip hop, yeah, I can understand. I can understand, because it's our culture, and we adapt this culture here, and then we say, yeah, it's our culture too. It's an international culture, but then we don't teach this culture right, you know. And here's no American who's talking about this, right? So we are all from Germany. But the thing is, we adapt this culture, we try to improve this culture here, but we don't have the same problems like the USA. We don't have the same mentality like the USA. We don't have this. We are mixed mentalities, Arabic, Greek, Russian, German, right? In Germany, right? So we try to make ein Verein, you know, we try to make things, we try to connect theater and so on. Like in France, when we see in France what they do with dance, they are culturally really heavy, right? And they are much further than us. But Germany is an industrial country. It's about building machines and thinking logical, yeah, you know, in a general. But let's go back to love. If we start to love each other more, right? Not in an erotic way, right? In a social way, right? And we start to love each other, then we can build also something out of this love. But I have to quote Michael Jordan in his Netflix documentary. He said one thing, and I was very impressed, because he started to cry with this. He said, if somebody don't love like me the game, why he play? He don't have to, he can go. So actually I have to quote him. If somebody don't love the dance like I love, why I should respect, or why he play with us, right? So this is what happens. That's why we are here, I think, all together, and we are invited in this beautiful circle, because we love this, what we do, so much that we have to share it, and we have to find ways that we find people that maybe love like us, you know, and then we create another culture and a community out of it, and not bringing fans, right? Because in the last years we brought so many fans inside this thing. 10,000 people. From this 10,000, maybe 100 only are dancing, you know, and it's a good profit for us, but in another way, the love goes a little bit away from it.
I just wanted to add, it's not only the love, maybe it's also part of it, like to love yourself and to love the culture actually, but for me it's also the respect in front of another dancer, you know. And that's coming back to this battle mentality. For me, it's part of the culture, but in one side, how we progress in that battling is so much into this disrespect, you know what I mean? And that's for me sometimes the problem, that you, maybe not in the battle itself, when you dance, you still have the respect, but when you are outside, you know, when you're jamming, then you can see that there's not a lot of respect in front of another dancer, even if it's just like, okay, he doesn't or she doesn't have a crazy move, I go out. I had one time an experience when I was to Just a Boo in 2016, and I was so surprised. Maybe it's also, yeah, normal for all of us, but that we were jamming in the break time, and then we were like 15 people in one cipher. And then there was like one person who was dancing, like I can say in our way, maybe good, yeah. And then another person came in and was just jamming, just, you know, improvising, you know. And after the people left, like what we said, and there was just two people standing, and then the last person was, and I was like, what is going on here? You know what I mean? And this is what I mean with the respect. We need to respect each other even if they're not doing crazy stuff, you know? Of course, we have to respect the work what another person is doing, but still that someone is standing there and show the love to the culture, we also have to respect that, you know? Not only like crazy moves or, you know, be so high-leveled. It's just what I think is also part of it, how we destroy the next generation, actually.
We were talking about how to forge ahead a culture which is an idea, right? And we use the term, we gotta show them. I think we gotta experience it at first on our level. Like, we got to take the next generation and try to see what it is about, what we think the culture is about. So for me, I started like organizing jams, and I did social projects with refugee kids, and only with this moment I learned what this culture is about. Before that, I was dancing with my white friends who grew up in Germany, right? All studying and shit. And when I started to dance with 5-year-old kids, I just realized what this peace, love, unity, and having fun and all the other literature is about, right? So, and I think we are now in a very interesting situation, because there was never so much youth culture, and there was never such things as media socialization, internet, Instagram and shit, never. So, and now we have so much problems of media. Let's take, for example, us. Every 5 minutes, every one of us looking at the fucking phone. So, and this is very hard to grasp, and we gotta, at first we gotta get a formula to solve this situation of how we gonna present at first something which is so diverse, right? How we make good parties so that everyone can really join, and at first really to have the focus on enjoying music. I don't see what you're talking about breaking. I'm a b-boy, and I started to go like to get deeper into hip hop and house culture, because I'm really bored of breaking, because they don't cipher. They're just smashing their heads because they're just running in and try to prove that they are the fastest. Like, go to IBE. There are some ciphers, okay, with the OGs you can really exchange, but most of the people, they're just smashing their heads because everyone's so eager to prove that they're the fastest and they're the dopest. So I just want to say that I went to hip hop to see this connection, this vibe, yeah, enjoying just basic grooves. And now we also, how we're going to solve this situation is also, we have to find a formula for networking. If we want to make a good culture of enjoying music and being together and living this peace, love, unity and having fun stuff, we got to know how to combine a good solution of how to be together, like the format, because music is changed. Yeah, you have grime music, you have drill, you have so many music aspects with also dances, and sometimes people who want to break, they just listen to grime. How are we gonna mix this stuff? And which people do we get to our projects? So for me, and our jams worked because we worked together on a social level with organizations who brought refugees. So because this is their thing, they know how to celebrate and to be together. So our culture, our scene just grew because of that.
For me, I see it like this. We have to make, just an example, we have to make a big, strong event, but with a Leipzig battle flavor. Because people will go to summer dance. Yeah? People will go to millions of people will go there. And some people, they don't have even like a goal. They just want to go there because it's famous, has famous people. And I don't know, there are too many things. But the Leipzig one, I just have an example with this battle. I have nothing with the Leipzig battle is a community. So if I make this community bigger and stronger to compete with the others, we have a chance. This is what I want to say.
One thing about the respect. It's really important to give respect like as a human, you know. Back in the day when I started to dance, I was in the cypher, it was the same. 5, 6 people gone. One by one, one by one. But it have to be like this, in my eyes. Because when you see it, you fire going more, going bigger, because you say, what the fuck, why is not watching me? Why is going? Why is doing this? So I was going home and I practice harder. But as a human, I give you respect. And it depends. Like when you're in a popping cipher, and one guy is coming, and he starts to shaking with his ass. Like we had a lot of things like that, like in Gelsenkirchen, like it's like immigrants. They come and doing like this. Of course we go. Of course we don't watch. But as a human, when you talk to me, I give you respect. But it's like, do your homework. This is really important. Do your homework, you know? But when you have a small level, but he have good basics, he doing like 4 or 3 basics, like he's good. We're watching, you know, we're watching. But when he's too much out of the box without any connection about basics, about styles, about the history, then we go. And it's a part of like, yo, we don't give you respect about this because you don't do your research. This is the thing, because you don't give respect about our culture. And it is like, it's normal, I think it's everywhere. Because it's like your ego is angeknackst, and you go home and you go practice. 2 years later, maybe you're gonna smoke everybody in the same battle, you know? And I think how we can build this again, was heißt Fehler?
Mistake.
The mistake, like especially in NRW, we have big dancers who living also in NRW, but they just was battling, like the big names just battle. There was just battle, but nobody was doing a jam, nobody doing a cipher, nobody doing nothing. They just winning, posted it, and was happy because of the prize money and going home, you know. And this is the part who was separating. Because we was young and we was watching, it's an idol. So we do the same what he doing. So, and the thing is, they didn't do events or jams or something like that. They started right now, like Madrid and stuff. They started just right now, but they're dancing almost 10 years, more than 10 years. And we go 6, 7 years back. He was also, not Madrid, but everybody. They was also dope, but they did nothing. And this is the mistake about NRV. So the people copy it, okay, they grew up like this, battle, battle, battle. And they forgot, like the jams, because nobody of the big heads did some jam, only Funky Stars. And even 2012, Funky Stars was the last one, but they lost the fight 2012. Okay, like
Loopy.
this.
Yeah, I just wanted to say something about what we can do about it, and for me it's pretty simple, to be honest. To create a good event, you just need to have a room with a nice vibe. For a good battle, you shouldn't do it on a stage, maybe do it in a situation where the energy can be close up around you. Have a good DJ with good music, have good lighting. I think it's really simple things. Have a good host that creates a vibe that people should dance, get together. I think it's really simple things that a lot of organizers just do wrong, to be honest. They just want to throw a competition battle and they create a certain vibe that exactly this happens. And I mean, I can't talk about NRV. I have no idea. It sounds terrible. I'm really sorry for you. I don't know if all the people are really that
I love NRV.
intoxicated.
Okay.
I think the topic, like, what is the solution to find really the essence of peace, love, unity, the culture thing, to find the right people in the right place and the right time. I think my opinion and my experience is that every different word in battles and in jams and stuff, everything is right because everybody has their own path to find themselves. So me too, as a dancer, I was battling, and something's more depressed because it's not the essence what I feel of enjoyment. It's more like ego, who's better than ever. So I'm really thankful for the DJ career and also in dancing that I travel a lot in different countries to see how they work in their own style and flavor. And for example, in Poland, they have another mentality or mindset to being more together and have another priority than to make business. And especially in Germany, big props like Edwin Batasha, because he's doing his research about culture and the history and talking to the OGs and master, which they live in the beginning of hip-hop in New York. And so with these packages, he started in Frankfurt with this mindset in the mindset, and forgot the name. The essence of everything, of the feeling and stuff. And he started with jams and growing with a small community. And then also thankful for Instagram and stuff to connect all around the world. And then he started with Random Circles. And Random Circles is far from another events, like big events for battling and stuff. It's totally different. And then we found in this place everybody with the same mindset and feeling, and this is the part. It's up to you. What do you like? What do you want? And also important, how to consume. For example, you want a burger, you want a good burger, and you consume in McDonald's. It's you choose. You choose it, and you know it's bad, but you consume and you support this. And this is a point also in small events with organized. They don't have the research of the essence of the culture, and if they don't have the research of that, they will book DJs, which they have also not the research in DJing. Also the judges, because of small budget, they want to build something. And then you said, okay, it's about music and stuff, but you go there and you feel bad after that. Because you're not really in the conscious to say, why? And then to say, okay, it's bad, why is it bad?
and then to figure out and then say, okay, I know next time which event I want to support.
I think we are also a little bit overfeeded. For example, with social media, with YouTube, you can watch your favorite dancer directly, and the ones you don't like, you don't watch them. With Spotify, with the music, you listen to your favorite music. There are also so many trash songs, but you can separate them. And it's also with battles. When we, as organizer, would more connect with each other, with DJs, with dancers, with the OGs and the young generation, talk more to each other. Maybe it's a solution for the future, so we can bring more quality to some battles or events or jams, and not the quantity. So we have less events, but more quality in the events. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's a solution where we can go for.
Also support the quality.
Yes.
Teach our students all the knowledge about love, peace, and unity, and we give love everywhere.
That's
Thank
a great
you,
final
everybody,
word. Let's get
and
some
good
applause
night.
to yourself. And next year, when all this pandemic drama is over,
yeah, we're
going to bring this to heart, and we're going to save Dalian's hope for like more jamming, because in 4 days we're planning our jammings. So thank you all for being here. Everybody wants to have some food now.
Yes, we can go on talking and talking and talking and talking. Everybody wants to say something.